present my artwork, Society A Below. In fact, I don't like this name very much because this is I copied from the English book, but this story is from the classic Chinese history. You can see this picture. This is the old style of the Chinese, one of the traditional Chinese classic book. The name is The Classic of the Mountain and the Sea. This book is a collection, a lot of the myths, biography, and the myths. Even though I'm the Chinese and almost here is the Chinese, this book is this style of the text is hard for us to understand. But lucky news is now there have so many translations from this text. It's easy for us to understand, and all my idea is come from this book. I want to show you how old this book is. You can see the last line is the People's Republic of China found out, and it's 1949. Everybody knows. But this book is since the 4th century BC. It's found here. So this book is really have a long story. I have the interesting from this book is because my grandma. I grew up with my grandma without my parents. So I think it's a little different from the other children. Because when the normal parents talk about the story about the Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Superman, Batman, my grandma just taught me about the fox spirit and wolfman will catch you if you don't want to sleep. And yes, that's my grandma. And he gave me a great memory and influenced me a long time. I clearly remember that at one time my neighborhood will move out, will remove. My grandma come back to home and cooking and service talked to me. He say he have saw the old owner in the neighborhood quiet outside the door. But you know the old owner already died a lot of years. So for a little girl, it's so scared, but it's curious. Make me so curious. So my childhood is all from this so interesting story. And after that, So after that, I began to read the book and go to the school. I found the book, The Classic Mountain and the Sea. The Chinese name is Shanghai Jing. And the Shanghai Jing is like a dictionary. It's not like a normal book. It's like a dictionary, English or Chinese. It's just a short story. It's described the monster, and but the story is not so long. And in this book, there have more than 550 mountains and more than 300 rivers and more than 100 regions. But it's all the not true story. It's all the people's imagining. Next, please. And this book is it have the 4 parts. It's the classic of the mountain, classic of the sea, and the classic of the great witness, and the classic of the region within the sea. And my story is come from the classic of the mountain, south. And in the classic of the mountain, there have the 5 parts too. There have the classic of the mountain south, west, north, east, and central. And my story is come from there. In the world history, there have so many different kind of the snake monster. Maybe in the Greek and Roman, and in the Japanese history too. So I think my monster is so popular in the world. And if you are the film fans, you will see my monster in this film too. But I forgot the name who wake up her and kill her. He. This is my design. begin the design, I find so many information because in the Shanghai for this person, it don't have so many documents. So I search in the internet and check so many books. And this is design is from the Ming Destiny, and this is my design. In the beginning, I make so many plans. You can see the plan A, plan B for the face because my monster has a night hat. And in the beginning design, I make sure the form and make sure the mountain form too and the colors. After that, before all, I want to make it by metal, but it's like this. This is another my work too, but I don't have enough time to make it. So I choose the paper cat. I think the paper cat is most part of the is so traditional and it's easy for me. But I'm wrong. It's so hard because the paper is a little different from the Chinese paper. Because in Chinese paper it's easy to cut, but I buy the paper here is so hard. So I totally try another way to make it. This is the finally it look like this. And in this mini project, I think another big program for me is I first time to try to make a stop motion. I will show you the stop motion first. It's just 1 minute. I made more than 500 photos. And,
for many years, the existence of dinosaur fossils was thought to be creations and difficult.
If you remember when the snake moved, it's so hard. It's totally hard. And to get in totally, I make more than 100 pieces of all the sets. Yeah, so I spent almost 1 month to make this, but I enjoy it because I try the new things, which one I never try it. And thanks Kai for helping me because I'm the hand maker. I start paint and jewelry design, so I don't know how to use so many different kind of programs. So Kai helped me to make it, and thanks my brother helped me to make the music. I think I don't have enough time. If I have more than time, I will make it better. And another important news is coming. In fact, for the cat paper, I make it a lot. For example, this one. It's all come from the classic Monty MC. And this. And this. And I make it for the brooch. And if you interested in it, you can remember. No, this is my shop. All the things is handmade, and all the picture and all the jewelry is handmade. You want to know?
Could you put your link on the CEP page?
Okay.
So we have a discount.
Depends on relationship. All the picture is I draw it, and all the jewelries I make it, and all the things in my shop is handmade, and there have some clothes too. Okay, that's all.
I think you can pass your work on. I think it's very good to look closer. It's very beautiful and very detailed.
So, do you have some questions?
So may I ask your background music of the video and why you choose it?
Okay. In fact, this video is made from my brother. My brother is a pianist. Is so famous in China, and he started in in German, and now he works in the China opera. So this music is made yesterday and yesterday night. Yeah. Because yesterday night I just finished all the picture connect together. So I sent back to my brother, and my brother sent back to me. As yesterday night 12 o'clock maybe. So if you want, I want to reply my stop movie again because I spent almost 1 month. It's just 1 minute. I want to try it again. Okay, do you have?
Again, if you want to put the link to it on the CEP page,
I think
and
you
we
should.
can watch it
I think
as
you
many
should put the
times
link.
as we like.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Student comments?
You know, my major is animation, and I know this is your first time to make stop motion animation. I think it's really good, and yeah, I really like it.
Thank you,
You're
and you will have the discount from the show.
50% discount.
That's what I want.
So these are your original product, right?
No, this I make this month. Last month.
So you made this all stuff
Yeah.
for this
Yeah.
mini project?
Yeah, I just make it for. Actually, in the beginning, I just want to make a paper cat, but because the paper cat is normal, I think for me it's normal. I already tried so many different kinds. I want to try something new. I never make it, so I want to. Maybe I can make my snake monster move. So I make the stop motion. But when it's begin, I don't have the way come back. So I must do it, even though it's so hard. It's really so hard. But whatever. Now I'm already finished, even though it's not very perfect.
And you show the series of the books. So, are they have another monsters on that book?
In the classic modern
Yeah.
they have so many different
so
kinds.
many.
They like a monster dictionary, They have so many different kinds of the monster. And I interested in the monster is really because my grandma. Because in my childhood, he always tells the story about different kind of monster. It's for me because when I go to the school, I always talk about the story with my classmates. The teacher think me I'm a little stronger. But I have a long time don't tell about the monster. But now, because of mini project, I remember some childhood memories, so I make it.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the 3 monsters on the PowerPoint?
This is a lot of monster. It's not the single one. I make it about 15. In fact, 15 different kind of the monster. This everybody know is Merman.
Merman.
Is merman.
Mermaid.
Merman.
And this is how to say the English name. I don't find it the name from the English, but he has the two snake in the hand too. He had changed the weather. This one, the monster have two necks, a head, and the head will throw out and grow up another head. And if you interested in it, you can check the classic note and see. I know everybody like the story like the Superman, Batman, but I don't know why the Chinese people don't reading the book from the history. And
I have one question and two comments. So the question is, I still don't understand the willow aid, deity aid, willow, what is that?
deity aid
Deity aid willow. I don't understand that.
the name?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the name for my monster.
But what does that mean? It's, a willow is a kind of tree,
Yeah.
right? And a deity is a god and aid is a helper. So
This
what-
is just the literal tradition.
Literary tradition?
Yeah.
That's the name of the monster?
Yeah, because the Chinese name is Xiangliu. Liu is means the willow.
Okay,
Xiang is a deity, deity.
okay. So
It's-
Chinese gods have helpers in the mythology?
I think so. And the different kind of the deity and the different kind of the monster have the relationship in that book.
Oh, okay.
And the name is
I get it, okay.
yeah, and the name is a little strange.
Mhm.
But in that book I see a little, but in that book is all the tradition is the literal tradition. So
Literary tradition.
yeah, it's not the really.
So then my two comments are, my one comment is, I love your project.
Thank you so
I
much.
think it's beautiful, you took so much care and effort in creating it. Please let me know if you want to sell that paper cut or a print of that paper cut. I think it's really beautiful, it would look great in my office.
Thank you.
One comment I have is that you used a lot of text on your slides, and the grammar was kind of perfect, so it made me think that maybe you had taken that language from someplace else.
Yeah.
So, you are not supposed to use text that is exact from a source without quoting it and without citing the source. So that's something that you need to work on. Also, it's better to avoid having text on the slides at all if you can, and instead just tell us that information in your own words.
Okay.
Okay? But your work was amazing. Thank you for giving so much
Thank
energy
you.
to it.
Thank you.
I guess last question. Because I just wondering, if you already watched the motion stuff,
Yeah.
so could you explain about more about the second, no, I mean the artwork.
The artwork.
Oh, the artwork, no,
The one on the chair.
yeah,
Oh, the
yeah, second one, artwork.
No, the
the
one
one
on the chair.
on the chair, the yellow one.
This one?
Yeah, and I just wondering
This
why,
is
why did you put, I mean, like,
I just want to show you a part of my stop motion piece. It's just a part, important part, but it's more than what, and because I counted, it's more than 100 pieces. So I just want to show you.
what did you use?
Yeah. That's all.